Hi, I'm Pattu from Frequent Cal, and today I had written about was Franklin AMC right in marking down the Vodafone Idea bonds on their own, even when they were investment grade bonds. And since the time I wrote the post in the morning, Kumar Roy told me that CRISIL had actually downgraded the bonds yesterday to below investment grade, and following that, just a few hours ago, Franklin has now announced that it will create segregated portfolios in several of its fund: Franklin low duration, dynamic accrual, credit risk, short-term income plan, ultra-short bond fund, and income opportunities fund. And this probably is the end of the debate of whether Franklin was right or wrong. Of course, SEBI also started to inspect that. I had shown the rules, the SEBI mutual fund rules, and it very clearly says that the mutual fund does have a right to do that, to devalue or change the valuation of a bond from market value if they think that it is justified. And the reason why I think they did it is to make sure that at least investors don't panic and redeem, because there could be big investments, institutions sitting inside. I mean, there's institutional money sitting inside, and that could be a problem if they pull it all out for the remaining investors, especially because of the high credit risk in the remaining bonds. The pushing them, selling them may also be a problem, and it could have a kind of a domino effect on the NAV. So in order to prevent that, they had marked it down. In my opinion, I think that was right. But anyway, now that CRISIL has downgraded it, I think now they have created the segregated portfolio. Now this means, what this essentially means is that a person cannot invest into Franklin Ultra Short just to take advantage of the dip in now, because that investment will not be in the Vodafone Idea paper. That has been segregated out, and I expect them to remove the 2 lakh per day limitation as well. There's no need for such a limitation once the segregated portfolio has been created. So what this means is that existing investors cannot pull out the money out of the segregated portfolio. From the normal portfolio they can. New investors cannot put their money into the segregated portfolio, and now it's a little more clear. The situation is a little more clear. There's some people are still unhappy about how Franklin had done it, but I still repeat that they have done it to protect investors, because let's say some big guy, some big company, because remember, the Franklin India Ultra Short is an institutional option. That's the only option available. Some big institution holding 10 crores, if they pull it out, then it can be a serious problem for everybody, and therefore they have done it. They had preempted that, but that's, well, now it's just a few days, about a week I think has passed, and now that the segregated portfolio is created, I think that's all well, that ends well for now. Now, if you are worried about what you should do now, I mean, you should only ask yourself, forget about what you should do with your investment. Ask yourself, why did you invest in a Franklin Ultra Short? Did you look at that 9% return last few years and invested? Then that's stupid. Please look at the mirror and call yourself stupid. And uh, I mean, if you don't understand debt funds, if you admit that you don't understand, then pull out. But if you are in for the risk, and if you can handle the risk, then there's no problem. Then, I mean, it's just another day in the debt fund market, and you just carry on. So those are the only two options available with you. You can't, like I've been always saying, whether they have segregated or not, the loss is permanent. You are going to lose money. Whether Vodafone Idea gives back the debt or not, gives back the principal, and gives back the interest, whatever happens, like, what is gone because of time. You only have to look at your investment strategy and your investing knowledge. If you think you don't understand debt funds, let me get out, please do it. But don't blame the AMC, don't blame others for your mistake. It is your mistake. You entered it because of wrong reasons. I am astonished that people, investors who have gone through this, they're reading my review of Franklin Ultra Short Term Fund after the credit event and saying I should have seen this before. So many comments from people. That's just a pity, right? I mean, that just means you're looking at returns. There are many YouTubers who do this. They just look at returns, and look at what Value Research has done. They have suspended the rating. It's what the shame. How many? I mean, I've been crying for many months now. The whole thing is flawed, but they just. What do you say to all this? Anyway, so I'm happy. It's been an eventful day. I had to update the post twice, first with the CRISIL rating and then with the segregated information. So it's now updated. Hopefully, by the time you look at the post, if you have not seen it before, it would have been updated. The links would be there for all this. Please do have a look and let me know what you think about all this. And I'll catch you later.